like a big session right there. But we want to make sure people get a chance to meet the deacon, the people. So it's a great time. There are 2 typos. There is Awana this week. I heard it's on here. It says no Awana, but there is Awana this week. Where does it say that? Someone said it's on there. Chuck, where are you at? What page? All right, there is Awana this week, and it is at 6 o'clock like normal. Actually, this is Crazy Hat Week, I believe. And then the 8th is the Awana Store night. Okay, the 8th is the Awana Store. The 17th is the Christmas party night, which will be a jammy party. Realize that it'll be here before you know it. I cannot believe how fast time is going. It is 4 Sundays till Christmas, and we will be there. That is it for announcements. December 12th, business meeting, PM service. We're trying to give you guys as much notice as possible. The trustees and the treasurer are meeting this week to help. They'll have a budget proposal out there for the members to vote on in that meeting, so you can have it reviewed and looked at for that. And then December 19th, we'll have a candlelight service and enjoy that. So I have one birthday this week that I know of. Ariana, is it your birthday this week? Oh, Ariana, it is your birthday. I thought we'd never get there. Any other birthdays this week? Any birthdays? Any anniversaries this week? All right, I'm going to make you come to me. We're going to sing happy birthday to you. Do you want extra attention? Natalie says yes. Natalie says yes. All right, come on up here, Natalie. Ariana, come here. Ariana, how old are you going to be? 8 years old. How many teeth have you lost? 2 teeth so far. Ooh, it's going to be a good year for you then. Here's some candy to help that along. Get something hard. And let's sing happy birthday to you. Ready? Happy birthday. There you go. Ooh. Happy birthday, God bless you. Happy birthday to you. 8 years old. You guys still remember pulling your teeth out? Anyone remember those days? Oh, yeah. In the lobby, if Mr. Reibold wants to pass them out, he certainly can. We might need an usher help if somebody wants to help him. We actually have the Call to Glories, which are December's. That is this week. December starts this week on Wednesday, December 1st. It's getting cold out there, okay? And soon there'll be snow and ice and everything fun that we love. So it's time to pick up your leaves. But during this next song that we're going to sing here, Mr. Reibold, do you want to pass these out to the kids that would need one? And I have up here just a few pens if you want to give a kid a pen or a pencil. I know you already have one. I gave you one during this next song. So let's all stand and we'll sing one more song.
Oh, come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that mourns in lowly exile here, until the Son of God appears. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Oh, come thou day spring, come and cheer our spirits by thine advent here. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows to thee, O Israel. Oh, come, desire of nations mine, all peoples in one heart and mind. Bid every strife and quarrel cease. Fill the whole earth with heaven's peace. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Shall come to thee, O Israel. Shall come to thee, O Israel.
May be seated.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. We're going to, I told my wife, I said, I'm probably going to be shorter today than normal because of the kids in here. But I always say that, and it never ends up happening. And so it is what it is. But I've changed it just a little bit to make it more kid-friendly. You say, was it not kid-friendly before? To capture the attention of kids here and there over times. We want to make sure, normally we are blessed with Miss Claire in the back teaching, and the adults get to have a sermon that's just 100% geared towards adults. But we want to make sure that we focus on the kids. It is always a blessing and a privilege on Wednesday nights. I participate in the Awana program, and I get to teach the kids every single Wednesday, actually, as their pastor. And it's so neat. I know every single one of these kids by name. Now, I might not get Gunner's name right or Ryder's name right every time, but I know his family's name. Ryder, I don't know what it is about your name, buddy. Paw Patrol. I'll get it one of these days. But I try to get to know every single kid, and it's such a blessing to do that. We're going to be in Philippians chapter 4, and I need my ugly Christmas sweater. Come on up here. Come on, shoot. I was going to wear it, but when I put it on, it was like Tommy Boy, and it didn't fit right, but we got these from thrift stores. And I made this one. The best ones you make are your own. This is my ugly Christmas sweater of the day. And you probably can't tell. Do you know who that is? You don't know who that is? You know, that's the proof that you were born in the 2000s. Let's see here. Miss Brenda, can you tell who that is? Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston singing Joy to the World. And how many of you guys ever heard her sing Joy to the World before? Of course you have. You listen to the radio, you're going to hear Joy to the World by Whitney Houston. And to me, if you have this in your closet, I don't find it ugly. But what I did to it made it ugly. Because I can't tell you any of your clothes are ugly. I'd be a bad pastor. But do you feel embarrassed up here? Ugly Christmas sweaters are so much fun. I absolutely love ugly Christmas sweaters. I'm one of the people that would wear them. Just for the entire month of December, and I'm wearing a sweater vest today because I love sweater weather. I like sweaters. It's a lot of fun. Do you want to take it off and go sit down? Sure. Okay. You look nervous. It's okay. And we use this sweater now to hide the Thanksgiving meal. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? But Christmas sweaters are a lot of fun. People have whole contests with ugly Christmas sweaters. Every single year, it's just a lot of fun. And the first year I went to Claire's family for Christmas. We had been married, and I think it was 2 years later, we came back for Christmas. I found the ugliest white-looking sweater with swirls and stars and everything on it. And they had like a really nice Christmas thing. And I would show up wearing this sweater. And they didn't know if I was doing it as a joke, if I thought it was good, and they didn't know how to approach it. It's just a lot of fun. I love the obnoxiousness of them, the boldness, the creativity, just the color. I like the fact that it's unique. I like the fact that when we make them ourselves, we get to decorate them like this. I don't know why, but I absolutely love Whitney Houston's version of Joy to the World that she produced. And I think it's a great song. I can only name that and the one other song, and it was I Will Always Love You. I forget how it is. Some of you, what is it? Oh, and I Will Always Love You. I didn't even from The Bodyguard. Okay, more facts I never knew about. And she's a little older for me, and so I don't know that much about her. But dealing with Christmas sweaters, and we're going to look at 4 different things. I'm going to have 4 ugly Christmas sweaters, and especially once I get done adding my specialties to them for the next 4 weeks. And I wanted to wear one every single week, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on them. So whatever the thrift store had in the size is what we picked up. And some of them don't fit me. And it would have been awkward if I wore it up here. The other day I tried one on, and I had to have Daphne in the store. I said, hold my t-shirt. So when I take it off, it's the only thing that comes out. You know what I'm talking about, okay? We don't need that kind of display in church. There's only one type of ugly we need. It's ugly sweaters. But when it comes to ugly sweaters, we're going to talk about this, ugly thoughts. Dealing with ugly thoughts. And I want us to focus on ugly thoughts because even though we call the holiday season from Thanksgiving to New Year the most wonderful time of the year, or Richard Simmons would say the most fattening time of the year, but we call it the most wonderful time of the year, it's also sometimes one of the most depressing times of the year. It's one of the darkest times for many people. People that have lost loved ones struggle around the holidays. People that have had hurts struggle around the holidays, whether it's marital, whether it's the loss of a parent, grandparent, a child, anything, a friend. Our memories flood back to them. And every once in a while, your kids may come up to you and say, what you thinking about? As you're just staring into the twinkle lights of your tree or some sort of display. And they're like, are you okay? And I'm just thinking about how we used to drive around with Grandpa when we were kids, and we would go look at the Christmas lights, and we'd have hot cocoa afterwards, and it just brought back these flood of memories. And some of those memories are precious. We have good memories. I was telling the kids today in the youth group about before social media, how we used to share pictures, and we would get out our yearbooks, and we would draw, the girls would draw hearts around boys and things like that, and they would draw arrows to the people they think they should be dating who and everything else like that. And it's such a nostalgic memory right there of what happened back when I was still in high school, just before Facebook and right during the age of MySpace and Facebook, way before Instagram and all these smartphone apps and everything else like that, back when you had to ask for permission to make a phone call or you get yelled at by your parents. And we have, though, this time of the year, sometimes ugly thoughts. We catch them. We don't think the way we want to. We look at things too logically, and we deal with, sadly, ugly thoughts. It can happen. I've heard it in the store this week as we were shopping on Black Friday and looking on Saturday. It felt like we shopped all the week, but we would go to stores and you'd hear people like, well, if we do this, they're going to want this, and then we're going to have to get this. And I'm like, that's forgetting the meaning of Christmas. It's not about how much you spend on someone or the gift. It's not about if you give one child a present this big, that you have to equal the same value of present sizes to other kids. It's not about that at all. Say it with me, church. Jesus is the reason for you know it. It's actually all about Christ. And the Christian life, actually, everything is about Christ. Everything's about God. And we have these holidays. So just a pre-thing, as we deal with that, don't get ugly thoughts about giving gifts. Don't get ugly thoughts about receiving gifts. And we're going to get into this. I want us to look at Philippians chapter 4. Philippians chapter 4. If you have an older Bible, I've been using this one now for about 6 years. It is all marked up in Philippians chapter 4. I love Philippians chapter 4. It is a beautiful passage. In Philippians 4, it starts in verse 4. I want to read. It says, rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Speaking about nostalgia, that was actually a song we used to sing in our youth group all the time growing up. They would have us sing scripture songs, and they'd go, rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Over and over again. I don't think it ever actually had an end date, but continuing on, it says, let your moderation be known unto all men, the Lord is at hand. Be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God, and the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue,